Close your eyes, my babies, safe here in my arms. Mommy singing.
The mansion was quiet, but the twins were not. Every night, the billionaire twins cried until their voices broke. They were only 3 years old, yet they felt a loss they couldn't explain. The pain started the day the black maid was sacked. The parents noticed something that made them uncomfortable. The twins had started calling the maid Mummy. Not because she asked them to, but because she was the one who stayed when they were sick. The one who sang them to sleep. The one who held them when no one else had time. Instead of asking why, the parents felt threatened. They said she was crossing boundaries. They said she was confusing the children. That same evening, they told her to leave. Before we continue, I want to know where you are watching from, and time it is where you are. Don't forget to like and follow for more heartwarming stories like this. Let's go. The maid didn't argue. She knelt, hugged the twins tightly, and whispered goodbye. Then she walked out of the mansion with nothing but a small bag and a broken heart. That night, the twins refused to sleep. They stood in their cribs, crying softly, calling the same word again and again. Mama, mamas. New nannies came and went. Expensive toys filled the room. Soft music played all night. Nothing worked. Days turned into weeks. The twins stopped eating. Their laughter disappeared. One night, through tears, one of them whispered, "Why did Mummy go away?" That was when the parents felt fear for the first time. They tried to find the maid, but she was gone. Her phone was unreachable. Her old room was empty. No address led anywhere. Money could buy anything except her return. The twins grew weaker. They refused to sleep completely. Then one rainy evening, far from the mansion, a tired woman sat alone at a bus stop, holding a worn bag. She had nowhere to go, only memories she couldn't forget. When the parents finally found her, they broke down. They apologized. They begged her to come back. She didn't speak. She only followed them. The moment she entered the twins' room, the crying stopped. The twins looked at her, smiled, and reached out their tiny hands. Mummy came back. That night, the twins slept peacefully for the first time in weeks. For the first time in weeks, the mansion felt alive again. But the maid didn't smile. She stayed quiet. She did her work slowly. And every night, after the twins fell asleep in her arms, she cried alone. The parents noticed the change. They assumed she would be grateful. They were wrong. One evening, the maid finally spoke. She said, "When you sent me away, the twins cried for days. But I had no one. I slept outside. I went hungry. And I still thought about them every night." The room went silent. She told them she had lost her own child years ago. Loving the twins was not a job to her. It was the only thing keeping her alive. The parents tried to offer more money, a better room, more respect. She shook her head. "I don't want your money," she said softly. "I want to know if you will ever send me away again." They couldn't answer. That night, the twins woke up crying. They held onto her clothes and begged, "Please don't go again." The maid held them tightly, her heart breaking. The next morning, she packed her bag. Not to leave them forever, but to leave the house. She told the parents she would only stay if things changed. If she was no longer just a maid. If she was allowed to love the twins without fear. The parents were forced to choose. Money, or the woman their children called Mummy. The parents didn't sleep that night. They sat in their large bedroom, surrounded by wealth, yet feeling poorer than they ever had. In the twins' room, the maid lay on the floor beside their beds. One twin held her finger. The other rested his head on her shoulder. She stayed awake, afraid that if she closed her eyes, everything might disappear again. At sunrise, the parents made a decision. They called the maid into the living room. Their voices were shaking. They apologized, not as employers, but as parents who had failed. They told her she would never be sent away again. Not because of money, not because of fear, but because their children loved her. They changed everything. They gave her a room next to the twins. They asked her to help make decisions about the children. They asked her what the twins liked, what scared them, what made them feel safe. For the first time, someone listened. The maid cried. Not loud, just quiet tears of relief. That night, she tucked the twins into bed. She sang the same song she used to sing before everything broke. The twins smiled. One whispered, "Mama stays forever." She held them close and answered softly, "Yes, Mama stays." The mansion felt different after that. Not louder, not richer, warmer. Years later, people would say the billionaire twins were lucky. They grew up with everything money could buy. But the truth was simpler. And the parents learned a painful truth. A child doesn't choose who gives birth to them. They choose who loves them. If this story touched your heart, like, follow, and share. Because love is never a mistake.